I didn't think I would have to make this video. In fact, I didn't think there was much to talk about. It was a Nationals in Germany. It was pretty entertaining. Saw some pretty good matches. The finals was pretty cool. The ending was unexpected. However, was I surprised? No. Let's talk about it. Eradicator has been a card for quite a long time. It's easily over a decade years old, almost 2 decades years old, right? Back in the day, being able to summon a large dark monster, having the card back there, tributing the card, and then calling spells and traps wasn't as devastating as it is now. I will admit that much. Why wasn't it as devastating? Well, let's be honest. Being able to create such a specific niche setup back in the day was pretty hard to do. It was not that consistent. Whereas now you have all these combo decks that have these one card combos that can allow you to pull off things which back in the day weren't as easy. In fact, I would say that if Konami had any inkling of the cards they were printing now, back in the early days, back in the synchro eras, when cards like this was printed, I would believe that they have no intentions of printing these cards whatsoever. Like zero intentions, right? And that's the problem. There's a lot of old cards from back then, a lot. And most of them are not seeing a daylight of play. In fact, most of them will probably never see any play. However, the ones that do are pretty crazy. All right? They create very impactful game states that can lead to this. All right? The Labyrinth player was able to activate a bunch of card effects, get to the Eradicator, set it, have a big monster on board, then tribute it on his opponent's draw phase, and then nuke his entire hand. Granted, if he didn't have little spells in hand, would it have been a big deal? Probably not. Although, to be honest with you, are you really surprised that a trap deck managed to go first in Game 3 in the finals and won the duel? No. A trap deck's biggest weakness is inability to go second. If you are a trap player going to Game 3, going first, I would suggest the ball is in your court. It is your game to lose. So with that being said, for all the people out there who are crying about Eradicator, who are saying the card should be banned, who are saying Konami messed up by not allowing cards like Red Reboot to be at 3, well, or 1 or 2, well, let's just be honest with you for a second. Red Reboot should have never been printed whatsoever. It shouldn't have. Should not have been printed. However, let's be more honest. Did this Labyrinth player get to the finals by eradicating all of his opponents? Or was it because he had a bunch of floodgates that he sat on? A bunch of floodgates that allowed him to play the game of YuGiOh while his opponent was unable to play. Cards like Skill Drain, cards like D-Barrier, cards like Rivalry, cards like Gozen. Let's be honest for a second. Is it the fact that this one specific card, this one specific interaction won him the YCS? Or is it the fact that he was playing a set 5 pass deck that enables and promotes the ability to sit on a floodgate and beat the crap out of your opponent without allowing them any ability to play the game? Any. Now, I'm a fair guy. I'm a very fair guy. I used to ride and die for back row. Now, play a lot of combo. Although I could, if I wanted to, go back to my old ways and set 5 pass and play the game. Both combo and set 5 pass have their strengths and weaknesses. So, with that being said, if you think Eradicator should be banned, you've lost your marbles. Eradicator is not the problem. I promise you, it's not the problem. It's the archetype that's abusing the card. Because let's not be mistaken. If Labyrinth got hit which they haven't done so yet. Konami has made a great effort to avoid touching that deck. For a good reason, by the way, because it's not overly powerful. It's not. Compared to the other decks they need to deal with these past 6 months, Labyrinth has not been on the top of the list. Let's not get it twisted. However, now that the bigger problems are being addressed, and we're really starting to see what this format is shaping out to be, cards like Welcome Labyrinth, right? Cards like Skill Drain, cards that do not allow your opponent to play the game, or cards that lead to your opponent not playing the game, should be addressed. Not Eradicator. Eradicator, I get it. He nuked the spells. He had 5 spells in his hand. He lost the duel. He scooped in the front. Cool. And if the cash player opened a bunch of monsters up and maybe 1 or 2 spells, that would have led to nothing. It really wouldn't have. I promise you, it would not led to nothing. He probably would have still won the duel. Although, depending on what the back row looks like, he probably would have still lost anyways, to be honest with you. Because if there was a skill drain back there, and let's say he opened a bunch of monsters, he summons Unicorn, he gets skill drain, and then he flips Welcome Labyrinth, especially as a big guy, and just goes off like was he winning that game ever? Anyways, let's be honest. And not to forget the fact that this was a German nationals. Germany, last I checked, was in Europe. And Europe has a long history of allowing decks that are not real to win events. World Chalice, Pran Kids. Need I keep going? Do I have to keep going? If I'm not mistaken, didn't Rika's win an event too over in Europe not too long ago? So with that being said, I get it. Yu-Gi-Oh players lose their minds on the most simplest things. But I'm the level-headed speaker in the room. I'm going to bring everybody together, calm everybody down, and let's all just relax for a second and really assess the situation. What are the real problem cards this format? And not to mention, the format had just started. We just got a ban list. Before we start talking about what to hit, let's talk about what's actually good. What's the best deck in the room? Let's actually solve this format before we start talking. Let's get to Worlds, see how Worlds goes, and then have the conversation. And I promise you, nobody with common sense after Worlds will be talking about Eradicator. Nobody. I promise you. With that being said, I'm going to wrap up with this video by saying, if you enjoy our content and you enjoy me being on here and talking to you guys, please subscribe to the channel. And if you are one of those people who are going to say, yo, Cody, you're an idiot, you don't know what the hell you're talking about, jump in the comments section. I would love to have a conversation with you. We can debate. I have time today. I got some time. And also, happy Father's Day to the fathers out there. Keep doing your man. Just keep doing your thing, all right? Keep doing your thing. All the mothers out there, you had your Mother's Day, but, today is Father's Day, all right? It's our day, all right? All right, with that being said, I'm out, guys. Till next time.